Let's talk about the DV2022. And today I'm going to talk specifically about the DV2022 results. Yes, we have about 3 weeks left for the results to be out. I'm going to answer important questions related to checking the results and what you need to do right after the results are out. Welcome everyone, this is Ernest Boniface Makulilo and the EBM himself from EBM Scholars. And if today is your first time to come across to my YouTube channel, thank you for coming here, and I'm so much happy that you are part of the EBM Scholars family, but I would like to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'm going straight to the questions which I want to pose, and these questions will be able to help me and you so that we can know about checking the results and the steps following up after checking the results. Question number 1 is when the results will be out. By when, I will be answering 2 things within that question of when: the date and the exact time. That will be the first question. But which website do you need to use to check the results? Or how do you know you have won the DV lottery? Because there is a way you have to go and check the results. That's question number 2. Question number 3 is how do you check in general those results? I said there is a website, but what documents or what details or information do you need to have in order to check the results? And speaking of that, of the information or details, the following question is related to that. The question is, what if you have lost the confirmation number? Because confirmation number is one of the key into checking the results. And if you check the results and you find out you have won the DV lottery, what next? And what if you check the results and maybe you didn't win or you haven't won? Can you check again maybe a week later or 2 months later? Or should you check the results on the day the results are out? Will the result change? Is there any second chance or second selection of the results? So all those are the very good questions I'm going to answer when you are trying to check your results or you are looking forward to the results for the upcoming DV2022 results, which will be on May 8. So if I have to answer the first question is, when will the results be out? The results will be out on Saturday, May 8. That is when the results will be out. But if the results are going to be out on May 8, at what time exactly are the results going to be out? The results, remember, the time is used for the government purposes is the Eastern Standard Time, the New York time, the time in Washington, D.C., in Virginia, in Maryland, in Florida, whatever, the time in the East Coast. Because for those who do not know, within United States, we have different time zone. For instance, people in East Coast, they have Eastern Standard Time. I live in Missouri. I'm in the central of America. I'm using what we call the Central Time or Central Standard Time. And then there is Mountainous Time. Then there is Pacific Time. Then there is whatever time. So there are also different times. So it will be at noon, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So don't wake up on, because it happened for many times. Someone is going, let's say you are in Tanzania or you are in Nigeria or you are in Somalia or you are in Ethiopia. You just wake up on that day, which is 8 and plus it's weekend. You just want to go ahead and just, oh, it is already this time in your country, and you're going to check the results. No, the results are not just any time of your time, because it is what? It is noon. I mean, whatever time it is, it has to be noon of the United States of the Eastern Standard Time. So the easy way is to find out how many hours do you have is the difference in hours. Or the other easy way, just go to the Google search and write like this way. When it is noon in New York, or when it is noon in New York, what time is in Accra, Ghana? When it is noon in New York, what time is in Kenya? When it is noon in New York, what time is in Sierra Leone? you can be able to know exactly what time will be. So if you know exactly the time, that is the time when the results will be out. And again, because the results will be out on noon, it doesn't mean that you must check the results exactly at that time when it has opened. Remember, the internet, the website will be very, very slow because millions of people will be trying to open the same website at the same time. So for that particular case, you might not even be able to see at that time, or you might try to check. So sometimes it can be like the first 2 days, usually it's crazy. It depends. You might be able to see, you might not be able to see. But if you don't see on the first day or few hours when the results are out, you don't need to be frustrated. You can check the results the next day, the next week, the next month. It doesn't matter. So the results will be able to happen in that way. The related question to that is, so will there be second selection? Or how many times should I check the results? If I check today and they say your entry has not been selected, when they say your entry has not been selected, it means you haven't won. If they say your entry has been selected, you have won and you'll be able to download the PDF letter, which we call the first notification letter. The letter you are the winner. And in that letter, they will give you the case number. I'm going to talk about something about confirmation number, but you'll have to be able to see the case number. And the case number will be the number which has things like, if you're from Africa, it will start 2022, the year of the DV. 2022, AF, then 00, then there is a number, or 0000 number. It depends on your number. So that is the case number, which will be able to determine or help you to find when they do the processing of who will be able to do interview, when, and all other kind of things. So if you check the results, you have won. The results will never change. If you come today, you go tomorrow, you go the next day, next month, the results will be the same. If you go there and you say your entry has not been selected, that means you didn't win. You haven't won the DV lottery. Even if you come next week, the results don't change. There is no second selection. Because there is this kind of thing, people usually talk about second selection. There is no second selection on DV lottery. Last year, DV2021, they have selected 133,000 winners. And even for those they have won, the letter is written. They have selected so many people, just in case. So why should they bring another second selection? If they have already more than 153,000, why should they have another second selection? For what? There is no reason for that. So, I will come to other question. What if you have won? What will be the next? What if you haven't won? What will be the next steps? But how do you go and check the results? In that part, I will be going to answer a few questions on that. Number one is, you have to check the results through the government website. The same website you use to apply for the DV lottery is the same website you are going to use to check the results. The website you use to apply for the DV lottery, if you are the one who applied, is the government website. And the US government website must have the domain name of .gov at the end, .gov or .gov at the end. And a website without .gov as domain, that is not a government website. So the website used to apply is www.dvprogram.state.gov. DV, Diversity Visa, which is a program, State, Department of State, Gov, Government, the US government. And I'm going to put on the description of this video the particular website. You cannot check the results right now. Until that day comes, you can be able to check the results. They don't send the DV lottery results through the email. You will be receiving a lot of scams information. Oh, you have won the DV lottery, send the money or something, whatever, to process for you. Nobody is sending you the email you have won. you go to check on your own through the diversity visa website, the government website. And when you go to that particular website, what details do you need to have in order to check the DV lottery results? The following information: your last name. And what is your last name? So don't tell me, oh, there is a mistake, whatever. Your last name, when you applied, and when you check your name, the name with the way that name, and then there is a comma, then there is something comes. The name before the comma, that is your last name. So don't go to put, for instance, my name is Ernest Boniface Makulilo. When you apply is your first name, middle name, and last name, it will come to populate is starting with the last name. Like when it's coming, it will show you last name. And last name will be Makulilo, comma, Ernest Boniface. So go and put Makulilo. Don't put Makulilo and comma. No. It's just the word before comma. So if you made a mistake during the application and you put incorrect spelling, you have to use the exact spelling which you used to apply on the last name. Don't put the full name. They want just the last name. Majority of people, they're going to put the full name. Put the last name, your surname only. The name before comma, that is the name is going to be there. You put your last name or your surname there. You put your year of birth, not the date of birth, just the year. 1975, 1980, 1990, whatever. You put the year of birth, and then you put the confirmation number. Confirmation number is the number you got the day you applied for the DV lottery. That is the confirmation number. So, and the confirmation number will be having the year 2022, blah, 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 blah. There will be a lot of numbers related. There are 16 numbers. You have to use those numbers, which we said you have to take a picture, you have to print, you have to do whatever. If you wrote by using your pen, there is a possibility you made a mistake. Because sometimes I and 1 is very difficult to distinguish. 0 and O or Q and O is very difficult to distinguish sometimes when it is typed and you write on the pen. So those are the few mistakes you might be able to do. So that's why we tell people, make sure that you print out or take a picture. So you go there and put those one, you will be able to see the results. But what if you have lost the confirmation number? Or you put the number and you put it in correct way? The best way, if you have lost the confirmation number, there is a way to retrieve the confirmation number. Go to the website, but you cannot retrieve the confirmation number right now until the results are out. On the day of the results, you're going to check. You will say, on checking the results, you'll be able to check and say, forgot the confirmation number. They will tell you, put your name, the year of birth, whatever, and you put the confirmation number. Then there is a place you mark, forgot confirmation number. So if you forgot the confirmation number, they will ask you questions, and among the questions will be date of birth, your full name, and your email. Then they can be able to send the confirmation number to your email address. So those are the important things you need to know if you have lost the confirmation number. Okay, so what if you check the results and you have won? Make sure after winning, the next steps are to be able to fill the DAC 260, the immigration visa form, or the immigrant visa form, form number 260. But don't just go jump and start filling all of it. Make sure that you go, you have the passport if you are married, passport of your spouse, passport of your children if you have children, like you have, because there are so many things of that nature. Make sure you have the address of someone you're going to stay in the United States. You can start filling the form and sign out, come signing in, and just fill slowly. And especially on the education and the work experience, it is a very long form. So don't rush, because once you submit, you cannot make any changes until you ask KCC, Kentucky Consular Center, to unlock again. So don't rush. Rushing to submit the form within just a day or two, you are not rushing anywhere. You are not rushing anywhere. So take a chill pill and just make sure that you have everything. If you are single and you want to get married before you come here, get married, have all the information, fill the information before you submit, so that you can come, you and your spouse, to US together. But don't say, oh, I'll come to marry you later. Because if you come to marry someone later, the green card holder, to process the green card for another someone else to get a green card, it's a very long process. Can take it 3 to 5 years sometimes. So I advise you to make sure that if you want to process it, there are all those kind of things to do in advance. And what if you didn't win, you don't win the DV lottery? I know there are some people getting so much upset. It's very frustrating. I understand that. But don't start getting to the breaking down to the extent you are starting like looking for reason why you didn't win. You are starting looking, oh, maybe my photo didn't do this way. Maybe because my name is having a bad spelling. Or maybe because I have long hair. Or maybe because I was wearing earring. Or maybe because I was wearing the white t-shirt. Or I was wearing blue t-shirt. Or maybe because I have dreads. Don't start overthinking. It's a very simple. For instance, last year, almost 7-8 million people applied for the DV lottery. And the people who won is 100,000, 133,000 where they won. So obviously, there are some people who will be winning, even if all pictures, they're the perfect. In the end, the number of people who are applying is higher. So don't start looking for, oh, maybe because EBM's helping me to apply or refuse to apply for me, that's the reason. Or maybe because I applied on Monday. Maybe because I applied during the day. Maybe I applied during the night. There is no formula that if you apply during the night or during the day or on weekend or on weekday, you are going to win. You win because God wants you to win. Full stop. It's your lucky day. God wants you to win. You are going to win. Whether you apply yourself or somebody filled the form for you. There are some people have applied over 10 years, they haven't won. The 11th year, they have won. There are someone, I know there are some few people who applied the first time they won. There are some people who applied the third year, that's when they won. So there is no formula on that because each year, all people are treated the same, equally. You are brand new applicants. They don't compare, oh, last year you applied, so this year, we are going to give you a favor because of applied many years. They do not know that. So I'm going also to share the video about what the process of selection is going on under the DV lottery, so that you can understand a little bit, so that you cannot confuse that, oh, I didn't win because of this, because of this. So if you are not going to win, just get your heads up. Next year, in October again, apply again. Continue to apply. It's free of charge to apply. You have nothing to lose. The good thing about the DV 2022 winners, those who are going to win in May, their process will go smoothly without any problem. In October, first interviews are starting, compared to the DV 2021 winners, where the interviews were under the immigration suspension. They were delayed. Up to now, we are talking about the limbo, whether all people will be able to be interviewed. But DV 2022, they don't worry about that. The results will come out in May 8. Then everything will go smoothly without any problem. And then in when it comes to October 1st, interviews will start without any problem. So all the best, everyone. I'll continue sharing some of the important things on how to go about it, so that you can understand the process, especially if you have won. And even if you haven't won, I've been sharing also other ways you can be able to come to America or to go to Europe. Or even if you're in your country, how can you be able to succeed on certain things you are being able to do? If you want to be able to write books, like for instance, I'm usually writing books. I have over 11 books. I've written over 11 books so far. So if you want to write a book, so there are so many things you can be able to do. Not necessarily you must come to America to think that your life will be successful. To be successful, it depends on your dreams and where you are. You can be in, for instance, in Somalia and enjoy your life more than someone in America. You can be in Sudan and enjoy more than in America. You can be in America and be miserable than any other person in the world. So don't assume that going to America is the only thing. The point of this channel is to share how can we be successful and support one another. Wherever you are, if you come here and succeed. Don't come here and you end up like being frustrated for the rest of your life. So those are the few things I want to share with you, and for those who have been waiting for the DV 2022 results. And I will show also other videos how to prepare also for the DV 2023, which will be in October, to apply. And especially for those who are going to apply for the first time. And if you apply and you don't win, what are you going to change or to prepare yourself earlier than the time so that you can be able to win for the DV lottery. Thank you so much, everyone, and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, this is EBM talking from you from Missouri, United States of America.